Folks here in Atlanta, we're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Derrick Henry. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. You jet bombers. You jet bombers. Go.
Tannehill now to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
90 Wolf. 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 5-4. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Bravo. 54. Watch 54.
From the 29, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Thirteenth play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. You tighten up. One.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal.
Take a win. Bravo.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Flush to his right. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Deion Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
High 7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
You don't want this.
Space.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Gun.
Coming to you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Gun. Hey, check.
Check.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Check the outs. Right there.
X3, 218, chopper. Come to Wild World.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Titans.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
On first down, Tannehill. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike 5-4. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Yes.
On second and 10, Tannehill. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
And it's third down. Third and long.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Charlie. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Okay, double up.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
On second and 7, Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard
line. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10.
Check 3.
Topper!
54's Mike.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Wide, get wide.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 41, Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Tannehill. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, D.
Go.
We got it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, exit.
I got you.
Tannehill on first down. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly, and the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that, and they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover, and they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Who's that? Who's that?
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Tighten up. 58.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's got Smith here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Wait! Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Got it.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Ryan. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 46 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
21. Gotta go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go again.
Ryan wants to throw it. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Better bring. Hey, Sal. Better bring. I'm letting you know.
Ryan will throw again. Complete to Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back. 21. Get out.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came. Great way to close them out.